Hello, and welcome back to MC Eternal 2. Today, we'll be working on some Tinker's Armor. Now, keep in mind, I have not unlocked the end yet, so there are certain materials that I do not have access to. So that means we'll be making the Tinker's Armor for, well, the best Tinker's Armor that we can get our hands on before we have access to the end. So anyway, anyone coming to this video and looking for some kind of idea of what they can do with their Tinker's Armor. I mean, there's lots of combinations that you can do with the Tinker's Armor, but here's my take on the armor. You can do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. This is how I want my Tinker's Armor to be before I reach the end. So here we go. Here's the Fire Dragonsteel plate helmet. Here are the stats and all the little traits on there. And here's the materials. Okay, got that? All right, so here's the chest plate. It's also Fire Dragonsteel. Those are all the traits there. Here's the materials for that. Now I have a whole shift. Does that give you something different? Okay, I'll hold shift for you too. Now I hold shift on the helmet right there. Alright, so here's the leggings, also Fire Dragonsteel. There's control. Those are the materials. Shift, they're the stats for that one. And then here's the boots, also Fire Dragonsteel. And for control, there's materials. Hold shift, they're the stats. So there you go. You can go back, pause the video, and then you can work it out yourself. Okay? Alright, cool. So if you want to watch me work this out throughout the video, then stay tuned. There are a couple of tangents in the middle of the video somewhere, but they're short. Don't worry about that. And you'll see me make these particular armor at the end of the video. The modifiers I didn't show off because they're quite time consuming, but I did show the end result. So yeah, a couple of notes that I put in the video is that if you right click the Tinker's Anvil, you see this little button over here. This is an add-on mod and some kind of Tinker's Planner stuff. So if you click whichever piece of Tinker's gear that you have over here, you can click tools, I guess. And I'm not sure. I'm not seeing the particular armor over here. I'm only seeing the tools over here, which is strange. If I click this, will it give it to me? Weird. All right. Oh, you can scroll down. You can scroll down. Hold on. Over here. Can I do it over here? Doesn't show the armor. Wonder what happened. Can I click this? No. All right, I'll figure something out. Maybe it only works with these tools. So anyway, I was playing around with it, and I made this little blaze netherite sword, and you can save your configurations and everything like that. So I just put random crap in here, and then selected some modifiers on the side, and did whatever with it. So you want to make some tools, and if you manage to find out if you can like look at the armor too, that'll be really neat. So you just click one of these, click the materials down here, like that. And then you can see all the modifiers that you can put on it, including the upgrade slots and the ability slots right there. And where is the other slots right here? Right, you can apply the modifiers on the list over here. Let's see, such as this one, and you just add a level right there, and go back, and then you can just add this one, or maybe you want to add, like, let's say curiosity, you just do that, and it'll also upgrade the slots along the way. So it's pretty neat. And then you can also save and bookmark your item so you can look at it later. So cool. All right, there's that. Another thing that I mentioned in the video is getting the Dragonsteel scythe right there. In order to get this, you need to make the Dragonsteel ingot. And in order to get the materials for that, you need access to the end. But you can complete a quest in order to get the Dragonsteel scythe with sharpness 10 on it. But the thing is, you need to defeat all 12 the bosses, and then have access to the end, and defeat the boss in the end as well, and then the quest gives you a scythe. So, cool. Alright, so remember that this particular set of Tinker's Armor right there is only temporary. It's not its final form. So once we reach the end and have access to those particular materials, then we might change it. So keep that in mind. This is not final. Alright, so back to the video. Hello, and welcome back to MC Eternal 2. We're still on update 1110. There could be very well another update or maybe a hot fix coming up. I'm not quite sure, but I heard something about that. Or maybe I'm just misreading that. But who knows? So anyway, and first of all, let me turn on the night vision. There we go, better. So anyway, a couple of nerfs that I didn't mention in the previous episode is that, yeah, you remember the sink from Cooking for Blockheads? And you know why I hook it up to the matter condenser? Because it worked. Or it did work, and now it don't. So, cool. Let's see, another nerf? Oh yeah, you remember the activated chromatic steel that we talked about? Well, takes iridium now. How do you get that? You kind of need to go to the end in order to get that. So good luck. Good luck with that. That's another nerf right there. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably missing like one or two nerfs or something. So yeah, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, I did talk about the map in the previous episode. Yeah, that one still works. So anyway, another thing I didn't mention about the map is that they turn off the entities because they plan on doing some more things with the map features, such as locking the entities and then making you do something in order to unlock that ability. So at least they still give it to you at some point in the pack, just not right now. And they want to lock it now, so they don't to get people acclimated to not having that particular feature until they're ready to unveil that feature. So cool. Anyway, let's go outside and let's turn off the night vision because it's bright as heck. So anyway, let's go all the way over here. So here are my dragons. These are fire dragons. This one is okay. Which one are you? Okay, this one's a female. And, hold on, what's that 42? Better get some food then. Hold on. Dragon meals. Come on. There we go. Nice. Is that better? Alright, that's better. Alright, that one's a female. And this one's the male. So I spent some time looking up some fire dragons. And of course, I'm not finished. I'm not finished with committing crimes against all the dragons in the world. So cool. There's a massive chunk like right here that I loaded, and over here, and over here. Just looking for whatever fire dragons that I can find on the map. And as usual, I did the little trick with the little Y value over here. And this is another nerf. They locked that, you know. You couldn't click this little button if you don't change the config file. So yeah, you just do the little cave mode thing, change the Y value, and just looking for the dragons, you know, underground where all the caves are. And it should be at Y something. Let's see. There should be like negatives, right? It's very obvious. I deleted all the waypoints already because kind of processed them already, so there's no reason for me to go back there. But it's very obvious on the map. So if you watch the previous episode about me talking about the dragons initially, you probably see it on the map there. So cool. All right. So anyway, these are the dragons. Why do I have two? Well, this one's a male, right there. And no, you can't tell because there's it's just in there. It's just in there. Yeah. Okay. Let me get some food here. Just top them off right there. There we go. Cool. And you good? Okay, you good. Now this one's a male and that one's a female. You know what happens when two of them get together? Well, they have babies. And how do you do that? You gotta find some fire lilies. All right, there. And then you gotta make fire lily mixtures. You feed one to each of them. Then you just bring them together, and the female produces an egg. And then you get that egg, and it's yours. It's not theirs. It's yours now. And you know what we're going to do with that? We're going to hatch it, make another fire dragon, and just take them out. You know, process them for their fire dragon blood. Because it's so much harder looking for fire dragons the other way. We'd rather breed them together and try to get it that way. Now, I don't know if that still works. Maybe that's another thing that's been nerfed. I don't know. because it's one surprise after another with this particular pack. So cool. It's like, oh, you want to have some cheesy fun? Well, too bad. You're lactose intolerant. We're taking away your cheese. It's for your own good. So yeah, that's how we're going to get more of this fire dragon blood. Now, why do we need it? To make the fire dragon steel ingots. Now, why do we need the ingots? So we can repair our future tinker's armor. And I was experimenting with all of these right there. So here's the helmet. You can take a look at the stats right there. Here's the chest plate. Here's the leggings right there. And here's the boots. Now, I want to keep in mind that I have not been to the end yet. I have no access to iridium. I have no access to enderium. So that means half the materials I can't even get my hands on. Such as, making activated chromatic steel. That requires iridium right there. I can make this. I made this. I can make this. It's time consuming, but I can still do it, Pyrotheum, if you can make like a tank full of it, it'll last for a little bit, last a little bit. Much longer than regular lava, mind you. So cool. You can keep that in the smeltery, no problem. So anyway, let's go back. Then we're going to talk about the tinker stuff. And maybe make something. Alright, so I made like a mini smeltery over here because if you look inside here, it's a right mess. Look at this. Look at all this crap in here that I have to keep in here. And here's the pyrotheum. This is like, is that the only stuff I have? Yeah, that's the only bit of pyrotheum that I have so far. This is what, over 3 buckets. It lasts for a little bit, And not quite sure when it'll run out, but hopefully it'll last for a little bit. Let's see, I got manulin in here. Molten hapatazon. Iron. Molten obsidian. Seared stone. Gold. Cobalt. Blizenderium. Lazal signalum. Pewter. And blitz lumium. That's it, right? Okay, yeah. So those are the materials I have in here. Now, there's some interesting materials that I can find in order to make my tinker stuff. So let's take a look here. So here's the basalt signalum. Here's the blitz lumium stuff. So let's start from the top here. So this is the basalt signalum materials here. And if you take a look at that, and then you press U on this particular materials, and then you go to the armor stats, it'll tell you what it does, what the traits are. So I'm calling these traits. I don't know what they call it, but I'm going to call these traits. So these are the traits right here. There's a tier 3 material, and visual interrupt makes you less visible to hostile enemies. So far, that sounds pretty good to me. I want that on my armor. And what is this? Basalt's defense. Slightly increased damage, gain explosive resistance. But really, I'm more interested in the visual interrupt than this particular thing. So yeah, so I decided to use that on the lumium helmet right here. So that has that trait right there. So next, we have the blitz lumium. And you press U on the blitz lumium. So the armor stats, we have glowing. That's the only reason. Night vision, glowing. That's the only reason I'm choosing this one. And no, that's not the only material that can give you glowing. There's probably like a higher material that I can't even make, and a lesser material that I don't even want, such as gold. And yeah, I decided to go for the middle of the road and pick Blitz Lumium. Because you mouse over this one, it also gives you an extra trait, which is Blitz Defense. Gain lightning resistance effect. Have 5% chance to cancel damage and shock the attacker. A plus. So yeah, I made a helmet out of it. Look at this. So if I put it on, you just get night vision. That's pretty neat. Next one is the Blizenderium. So let's take a look at that one. Just you and this. So this one is Metamorphium, and every damage taken by your tool will increase its strength. I don't know what this trait is. Well, what does it do when you put it on armor? Does it correlate with your tool or something like that? I don't know what that is. So maybe when you're using the tool, maybe with the same trait or something, it I don't know, just give you a buff or something. I don't know what this is. So this is Blizz Defense right here. This gain frost resistance, freeze an attacker, which is pretty nice. It slows them down. I like that. So that's why I've chosen this one. Next, let's see which other materials here. This is Hapatazon. This is Recurrent Protection, which is at the top of the list right there. So I'll press U on this thing. Armor stats, Recurrent Protection. This is taking damage temporarily boosts your protection. And you know me, I just face plant on the boss all day long and take all the damage. So if I'm taking damage, I want to benefit from that. So this is recurrent protection right here. Taking damage temporarily boosts your protection. And yeah, that's why I chosen this one. So next we have, what is this? Manulant. Okay. So this is kinetic. During combat, you deal more and more damage every time you take a hit. No pain, no gain. So going from the name of this trait, no pain, no gain. So that means every time you take a hit and not do a hit on a mob, take a hit, you do more and more damage. So that sounds pretty nice to me. I'm going to choose Manulant. That's not at the top of the list, mind you. That's kind of like in the middle. I can take it or leave it, really. So next, we have the Pewter. And I'm going to press U on this one. Go here. And this is Vital Protection. A desperate defense. Desperate. Like me. So this one is armor protects more when the wearer's health is low. Which is like probably half the time. Maybe most of the time when I'm facing up a boss in this particular pack. So yeah, I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to choose this one. Pewter. All right, next we have Cobalt, which offers you melee protection, and that's the trait. But we're kind of interested in the Cobalt with the melee protection, and yes, there is an upgrade which you can add more because there's a little Roman numeral 1 after it, so that means it can most likely go up in levels. So Cobalt will be very much integrated in our particular armor set. Next, this is Blizzard Daring. We already talked about that. And let's see what else we missed here. Let's see what other materials. I think we went over there, right? Okay, yeah, that's it. That's all the stuff. Now, for the Dragonsteel, we can only do the Fire Dragonsteel because if you take a look at the Fire Dragonsteel for the other dragons, let's see. This one is Fire, okay. This one's Ice. Okay, that one's Ice right there. So, in order to make this one, you need Neptunium. You remember Neptunium, right? Back in that old All the Mods 10 video, where we talked about getting Neptunium from fishing with aquaculture. You know how much of a pain that is? You know how soul crushing it is to farm Neptunium, even in all the mods 10? Yeah, we have that in here. So let me find my fishing rod. Where the heck did it go? Okay, here it is. Here's my diamond fishing rod. It's not even netherite. It only goes up in durability, so it's not. You're not getting any advantage from making it netherite or anything like that. So aquaculture, you may remember. Well, it's number 2. So you have the diamond fishing rod. So here's how you make it. Fishing rod. And there is a Neptunium fishing rod. And is there a netherite one? The regular one, iron, gold, diamond. Okay, that's why I stopped at diamond. Oh, there's obsidian fishing. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know. I think the only difference between these fishing rods is like durability, and that's it, right? What's this? Fish are more likely to bite. Okay, that one has a feature. That one has a feature. That's also a bad luck fishing rod, if you believe it. This is from Corral Tombstone. Then we got the bobbers. Oh boy, you're gonna love the fishing mechanics if you have not taken a look at the fishing stuff. So here's your little tackle box. You make that, and then you can get worms and baits and stuff. It's worms and some kind of other bug or something like that. You can get in the swamp, I think. And then you can use the worm farm over here. You put stuff in it, like organic crap, and then you get these worms that you can use as bait. So you put your little fishing rod, like right here, and then you can put stuff in it, like such as a worm. And this has like a little bit durability, the worm. So it won't last forever. So cool. And now I can't take it off. That's great. And then you have these interesting hooks. So here are your fishing hooks. And depending on which one you choose, it does different things, you know. Like there's our lava hooks for fishing in lava. There's the iron hook, which is like durability. Here's your golden hook, increased luck that I'm using because I need all the luck in order to find that Neptunium. There's the diamond hook. There's a 50% chance not to use durability. I don't know. This hook doesn't have a durability as far as I know anyway. I'm guessing it only applies to the fishing rod, so which doesn't matter to me. I haven't breaking and mending on it, so whatever. Here's the super durable diamond hook. It's the light hook, cast further, cast shorter. Double hook, chance to catch two things. Redstone hook increases how long. Okay, you get the idea. So yeah, you put your little fishing rod in here, and then you can have your little bobbers in here. And these bobbers is not part of the aquaculture mod. And you may notice it has like a. You may notice the the mod that's from. Yeah. So we'll take a look at that very soon. Very soon. So what else do I need to talk about with the aquaculture stuff? Yeah, the fishing line. You can change the color of your fishing line. Let's see, where the heck did it go? Is it line? Oh, there it is. Fishing line right there. So you can change the color of your fishing line. You can put it right there. So I think that's about it. I think that's about it. Give me that. And yeah, let's go fishing, shall we? Oh no! Those sounds! Why does it sound so familiar? That's right, it's Stardew Valley fishing mod. There you go. So if you're never good at the fishing stuff in Stardew Valley, well, you're probably not going to be good with this one. I know I haven't mastered it when I was doing the fishing stuff in Stardew Valley, but of course in Stardew Valley I wasn't exactly grinding for Neptunium. So yeah, if you're gonna grind for Neptunium, it's probably gonna take you like what, 3 to 5 times longer in order to find it. So yeah, you have to go through that. You have to go through that, but there is some reprieve. You know, if you press K and go to your skills, there's a tab for fishing. There's another thing that you have to grind for. Look at this. Plus 10% XP from fishing. Fish escape 7% slower. 5% special treasure chance. I don't know if that applies to Neptunium, but I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping that it does. Here is plus 5% XP from fishing. This 5% plus 5% special treasure chance. So you get the idea. So this is XP, this is special treasure, and then this one's like what? Increased barber size. Now you can be the barber size. Like after all of this, now you can be the barber size. So yeah. So just like Stardew Valley, it has barbers in it, and not a lot of barbers, you know. And I don't know if any particular fishing rod can give you 2 slots for the bobbers. Like I remember there were two bomber slots, right? Were you gonna use 2 or something? I don't remember. I don't remember. Played that in a while. So here's your bobbers. You got your regular bobber, aquaculture 2, and you can change the color of this. So you can make it yellow for all if you want to. Here's your trap bobber. Here's your cork bobber. I've been using that. Increase the size of my bar because you know it's quite small. I have a small fishing rod and I just need to compensate. You know. Here's the sonar bobber. Here's the treasure bobber, and here's the quality bobber. So that's all the bobbers you get in the fishing rod. So yeah. So I spent some time, more time than I would like, to get the Neptunium, and they're all here. They're all here, right there. There we go. Okay, here's one of these, and you press U on the armor over here. You can blast it into Neptunium ingot. As far as I know, you can't duplicate this by some other process. I believe you can get just 1 ingot from it, and that's it. So cool. And there are 9 chests here, one with a little piece of Neptunium stuff in it. So there's an axe right there. There's a pickaxe right there. So these do something special. So the Neptunium pickaxe, it's usable without speed penalty underwater, so that's pretty nice. It's water-related stuff. So including the armor, you know, makes you weightless underwater with the leggings. Yeah, these are pretty nice, you know, as long as you can find it. So here's the Neptunium hole. Till farmland will stay moist. Gotta love that word. Neptunium fishing rod. So there's your final fishing rod in the mod. Fish are more likely to bite, which is not a problem with me because it's like has lure 4 on it. So here's another one. Here's the helmet. Do we have the full set over here? We have the helmet. We have the chest plate. We have the boots. Don't fish. Get out of here. The chest plate and the leggings. I don't know. Are we missing the? Hold on. Boots, leggings, the chest plate. Okay. Helmet. Hey, we have the full set. Nice. Okay. Cool. So I've been fishing like at the ocean over here, and every once in a while you see these cataclysm mobs. The deep link just pop up and just like wreck your stuff. So yeah, there's that. I don't know if there's any difference between fishing in the ocean and the pond over there, because technically this is like the plains biome. But I had no issue when I was doing it in Ultimate's 10, so whatever. So there's a reason why I stopped at 9, because this will give me 9 ingots right here. There's a reason, you know, and that is to get the ice Dragonsteel ingot. Right there, right there. And here's the Neptunium block with the Ice Dragon blood. Did I ever get any of that particular blood? Because that would be an issue if I did. Because I went around and I cashed in all the dragons that I waypointed on the map when I was looking at Fire Dragon. So there's some Ice Dragon blood, some Lightning Dragon blood right there. And got enough materials just to make the forges right there. Fire, ice, and lightning. And I also got a couple of eggs as well. So let's see, we've got the Fire Dragon, Ice Dragon. This is empty. Ice Dragon, Lightning Dragon. I may have like 1 or 2 eggs in the system or something like that. But maybe, I'm not quite sure. Did I hatch them all? Okay, I think I hatched them all. So this is all the dragons I have right now. So yeah, so cool. So anyway, you may be thinking, it's like, well, it's only 1 ingot. What the heck are you going to do with it? Dragonsteel ingot. Alright. So, I have the fire one. I could get the ice one. And the lightning one, well, it's a little bit more difficult right now because this one takes Endurium. You need to go to the end to get Endurium. So, fat load of good, that'll do me right now. So, yeah, I was looking at... See if I can find it in here. This is that's the lightning sword right there. And that's the Dragonsteel hole right there. Okay, cool. I was looking at something else. Which one was it? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here's the Dreadsteel ingot from the Dreadsteel mod. So, the Dread shards, you'll need to find the Dread Citadel in order to get the shards from some of the mobs over there. And you can just do the little map trick, you know, just look for structures underground and just go exploring that way. You know, if you want to encourage exploration, this is my way of exploring. You know, my way. So yeah, you want to look for that? Feel free. I heard it's rare. Heard it's a rare structure. So you'll be loading loads of new chunks and increasing the size of your world in order to find it. So once you get the Dreadsteel, make some pretty interesting things. You know, namely the armor set right there, which looks pretty nice. Look at that. Full set immunity to damage from fire, spikes, and lightning. Look at that. It's plus 12 armor for the leggings. And it's the leggings. Look at your chest plate. It's plus 15. Pretty nice. That looks pretty nice. And what is this? Oh, yeah. It has a shield and everything. Oh, what is this? They have a weapon, too. While attacking, summon a magical spinning blade, piercing all enemies and armor on hit. Armor piercing. That also sounds pretty nice, eh? And look at the attack damage. It's 50. 50 attack damage. And look at my pitiful sword over here. Look at this. It's only 28 and a half. So imagine putting the enchantments on the scythe. So I'm going to press U on it. And yeah, you can put enchantments on it too. So you can make it a little bit better. But we can't get it now. We can't get it. It's gated. It's been gated. We only just recently got Nether stars from the Wither. With a skeleton skulls, that's also not a problem. Wither bone, that's probably not a problem. A wither bone, what the heck is... Oh, you gotta take out these guys. But why these guys though? They're just... alright. But more atrocities against the ice and fire mobs, so cool. So Dreadsteel won't happen until we reach the end. Which is funny, because once we reach the end, it's like... What? We have to fight the Ender Dragon, of course. And then after that, we have to find Endurium. Then what happens after that? You know? Do we have tougher bosses or something? I would imagine so. Because what the heck are you supposed to do after the end? That can't be the end of the pack, you know? End progression. And, oh yeah, I found the Void Blossom, so... Yes, I died several times. So, cool. So these are the bosses that you're supposed to get the eyes for in order to unlock the end portal. And no, the Eye of Enders will not find the end portal for you. So I'm guessing you need to defeat all the bosses over here in order to maybe unlock the Eye of Ender. I don't know how that works, but I'm hoping there's some way to find that particular end portal. So you can, you know, go to the end. So, cool. But that's not what we have to worry about, you know. This is just a little tangent that we went down. And what was supposed to be making the Tinker stuff. So we can survive all these bosses and stuff. So, anyway, well, what the heck were we doing? First of all, let me just throw all these useless certificates in here. So, cool. Put all these away. Put the fish away. And then I got to, put these in here. Okay, cool. Take that out of there. And take that out of there. Okay, here's another tangent. It's probably the last one. Probably the last one. We'll do another roof. It's a vanilla feature, you know. Just take your ender pearls, go to the topmost block that you can reach in the bedrock, nether roof, and just waste a whole bunch of ender pearls just getting up here. And then place down waystone, and there you go, nether roof. Oh yeah, if you think that you can get like grains of infinities with this way, you can't. The fire just burns indefinitely. It's like, boy, really? I wasted like so many flint and steel just going all the way down there, and then I run back. It's like, hey, the fire's not going out. What the heck? So, yeah, there's that. So there's a reason why we went in the nether roof, so we can find stuff by running around, flying around above the roof. So we don't have to run into obstacles and everything like that. Yeah, I know, you can just do like spectator mode and everything like that. And it's, you know, it's more of it's less cheesy that way. It's less cheesy to do it this way. So sometimes you have to watch your cheese intake. So once you find something of interest on the map, just mark it on the map, and then you just go there the other way. You know, just find your way through the bottom over there, or you can just phase right through it. It's up to you. Play how you want to play. So the reason why we're on the nether roof is that you can do the scrying ritual to find ancient debris, and then you can just once you get the ritual going, and you got that buff on you, you can just run around, and then you can find all the particles because the particles go all the way down to the bottom of the bottom of the nether there, and then you just see all the particles this way, and while you're running around, so you don't need to waste time navigating through all the stuff down there in order to find your ancient debris. You know, and you can safely ignore all the single ones and double ones and even the triple ones, and just look for those large veins. And that's how you're going to find it. You know, once you find it, just mark the waypoint in the map and just go there after your time runs out, and just mine it out. And the purple ones is all the way at the bottom. The green ones is somewhere in the middle, and the white ones is probably in the roof somewhere. So that's how you're gonna know what the depth is. So yeah, there's that. There's another tangent. Let's go back. Jeez. All right, let's deal with the armor now, and hopefully we can do something. Hopefully we can do something over here. All right, so first of all, we can save this fire Dragonsteel plate because it is we did spend like what 6 ingots making this thing. I don't want to waste it. So what we can do is we can switch parts out, but we can't dismantle this into components or anything like that. We can't even take the upgrades back, as far as I know anyway. Maybe there is, I don't know. There's some kind of like modifier extract thing. What is this, extract ability or something? Sponge? I'm hoping that it doesn't take stuff off though. So there's something you can do to extract it or something. You know, wet sponge and this stuff over here. And cool. I guess you can do that. Extract ability, extract defense, extract modifiers and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and then I'm going to put that right inside the Tinker's Anvil over there. And if I want to switch out, let's say, the Cobalt Mail with this particular one, I just put it in here, and then you can just, you know, just put it in there, you know? So you may notice that the melee protection 4, one of these levels, the very first one, is because I put the Cobalt Mail on there. There it is. There's the Cobalt Mail on there. So if I put this on here, I'm gonna lose that level right there. So it's like melee protection 3, and then I'm gonna gain whatever this one has. You know, so that's how we're gonna do it to switch out that particular thing, and then I can get back that 4th level by wasting an. Wait, I don't have a defense upgrade for this. Okay, so yeah, we're probably not going to get that back if we do it. So it can be like a little bit of a learning curve on here because they kind of like bombard you with all these terms and all these choices, where you basically run into like choice paralysis or something, and you get overwhelmed and you don't even know what to do. Now, look at all the neat tools that I haven't gotten into yet. Look at this. There's a matter manipulator. This is the wrong game. You have Stardew Valley in here. You have Starbound in here. Ridiculous. So yeah. So anyway, we gotta decide what to put on this particular chest plate over here. So this Manulan boots over here. I'm going to make new boots of Fire Dragon Steel, and Manulan plate boots has +3 armor right there. So let's take a look at the Dragonsteel boots. And not the ones from the mod, I'm talking about the Tinker's version. So here's the Fire Dragonsteel boot plating. So if I hold shift, it'll tell me what the armor is. So that's 6 armor. So already that's a little bit better than this. This is like double the armor. Look at this. So yeah. So anyway, let's put some fire steel ingots into here, and hopefully it doesn't merge with anything. Does this merge with anything? Because every time I put stuff in, I gotta worry about whether or not it's gonna merge with something. There you go, molten fire dragon steel. And do you merge with anything? Okay, I don't think you merge with anything, so we're safe to put it in the smeltery. Yeah, I know I have a foundry in order to melt materials, and they don't merge, but yeah, it is what it is. I just use this because I put the pyrrhothium in here, so and not in here, and I'm too lazy to transfer over, so whatever. Besides, sometimes I need to mix materials anyway, so there's that, such as the manulin. Alright, so anyway, let's see. Which material was I talking about here? Not the cobalt. Deal with that later. Yes, the fire steel. Alright, so let's look up the cast for that. Here's the cast for that. That's the boot plating gold cast, and it takes 2 ingots. I'll put 2 ingots. For now, anyway. We don't want to end up wasting this because it's a little hard to get right now. Alright, so I'm going to get our boots plating. Put it over here. Pour it on. Wait for it to cool down. There we go. And there's a fire dragon steel boot plating right there. You hold shift, it's like 6 armor. And the armor toughness is 4. Durability is 780, so that's pretty nice. Now, there's a downside with making all this armor out of dragon steel. And if you want to repair it, you need more dragon steel in order to do it. Or there is a much slower way in order to do it. Or you can find some kind of ability or maybe some kind of upgrade or something in order to slowly repair your stuff. But the fastest way you can do it is just, just chuck it into the Tinker's Anvil with the whatever material it's made of and just repair it that way. And yeah, I would imagine that you're going to need a whole load of this dragon steel ingots in order to repair your armor. So yeah, so anyway, put that into Tinker's Anvil right there. And let's see, this one is the plating, right? Okay, it goes in that slot. Strange. Okay, fine. Alright, so we need to figure out what we need to put on this one. And if you mouse over the can you just go back to the other page, please? Sometimes the left side just messes up and I can't scroll back up. Let's do this. Well, let me do it. Okay, there we go. No, what the heck? Go back to the other page. Jeez. Alright, there we go. Alright, where is it? Here's the mail cast right there. If you press U on this, it'll tell you what materials they can make it out of, and then you can see what the traits are. But if you hold shift on any of these mail pieces, it doesn't give you any stats. No stats at all. So it does not contribute to any of the armor stats or any of the armor toughness stats, if any, from these particular materials, So from cobalt, if you use cobalt for the plating, it does have a stat for the plating, but not the mail. So none of the mail pieces has any stats on it. So you won't be adding armor. You'll be adding a trait to your particular plating right there. And it's the plating that gives you the stats, we have to determine what to put on it. So we're going to use the Blitz Lumium right there. We're going to use the Basalt's Defense right there. And what's the leggings over here? This is Hepatazon. And what is the other materials for this? Pewter. Okay. So we need Blitz Lumium. We need Basalt's Signalum right there. We need Hepatazon and Pewter. And I'm not sure about the Manulin. What will the Manulin give us anyway? I don't know why I used Manulin in the first place. Okay, what does this do again? Kinetic. During combat, you do more and more damage every time you take a hit. Okay, it's nice to have, but I don't think I can fit that in here, Already, it's 4 materials that I need to put onto the armor set. And Manulin is just like a 5th one. So, yeah. Alright. So let me get the mail cast. And we'll have to be a little bit picky and choosy about it. the Blitzlumium. Where is that in here? Okay, that's the Blitzlumium. Get one piece of this out of here. And then the next one be Basalt's Defense. Okay, that one is, here we go, Molten Basalt Signalum. If you don't know how to make these materials, it's all in JEI and stuff. So in order to make that, you need to make the ingot. And remember all the little mobs from the thermal stuff that you need to find around the world in order to get those drops? Yeah, you need to get those particular guys out of here. There's basalt powder, there's basalt shards. Here's this guy that you need to find in order to find that drop and everything. The blizz, you need to find the blizz, you know. Right there's the blizz. So yeah, there's a couple of guys you need to find. Alright, so we got the basalt thing, we got the Blitzlumium. Which other one do we need? Okay, this one. And what else? Pewter. Okay. Let's see. One is that one. Okay, here it is. Now, I want to remind you that anyone going into the middle of the video or just fast forwarding and just not watching the whole thing, it's like we don't have access to the end yet. We didn't even fight all the bosses yet. So this is all the materials that we can muster so far. We can't get iridium. We can't get enderium. None of that antimatter mechanism stuff or the flux stuff from activated chromatic steel. And mind you, we're on the new update, so we can't make this anymore. Not until we get iridium. Okay, let's see. Pewter. Where's the pewter stuff? Here's the pewter stuff. 5 blocks left. Okay, give me some of that. And then, just in case, we'll get the Manulin as well. I don't think we're going to use it, but it's there if we want to. Alright, there's our mail pieces. Now, we're going to pick Blitzlumium because of glowstone. Glowing, right there. That it gives us night vision. So we don't have to constantly use our magic book in order to self-light. If I can get to that particular thing, hold on. Yeah, self-light right there. And it only lasts like, what? A minute and a half? That's pretty crappy, because look at all the extend times I have on it. Pretty crappy, you know? It doesn't even matter, you know? It probably one if it only gives you like 1 minute and a half anyway. So, yeah, that's not much of a... Not much of an improvement right there. I'd rather have it like permanently if I can. And if I can't turn it off, well, it's not that big of a deal, you know? I mean, I'm still wearing the pneumatic set right there. It's more utility than the protection ring. You know, I can fly. I can create a flight. I have night vision on this stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So if I'm going up bosses, then this is what the Tinker stuff is for, you know? Alright, so that's glowing, blitz defense and stuff. Basalt's visual interrupt, because I like that visual interrupt. It's not that bad. Not that bad at all. So recurrent protection, that's pretty nice too. Vital protection, kinetic. So cool. We're gonna grab this one. Should I use this one? Visual interrupt. Well, what does basalt defense do? Oh, it has explosion resistance. Yeah. All right. Let's give that one a go. Yeah. So yeah, Van Eulen's just gonna take a backseat, unfortunately. But we can always switch it out if we want to. So yeah. All right. So for the boots over here, which one makes sense on the boots though? Vital protection. It doesn't really matter that much, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll put this one on there. That one right on there. And what is this one? This one has 6 armor. So we put that one on. It's like 7 armor right there. All right, that's cool. And now this is where all the terms come in, you know. We have upgrades. We have defense slots. And then if we have ability slots, which they don't give us one, you know, you got to put that on there. And maybe some other materials can give you ability slots, but not this. Not this one. So yeah, we're going to put that on the boots, Basalt's defense. And already the durability is up there. We have the armor toughness, so that's pretty nice. Compared to this one, this is like +3 armor and +4 armor toughness. So that's it's already better than this one. So anyway, this one. All right, so the chest piece over here, we originally made this, but we want to replace it. So we're going to put on either this one or this one. So vital protection, armor protects more when the wearer's health is low, and taking damage. Okay, we're probably gonna put this one. It doesn't really matter. So this one gets rid of melee protection by 1 level. And then we're going to have the recurrent protection like right down here. So cool. This is 13 armor. What is it like without it? Does it add anything to it? No, it doesn't add anything to it. Okay, cool. What about the 5% resistance? That didn't change at all. That's protection 1 right down there. That's 24%. So we're going down from 32 melee resistance down to 24. Okay. And then we got 50% recurrent resistance. Okay. We're going to do that one. All right, so next, we're going to put this one away. And did we make anything else in here? I don't think we made anything. Did we, okay, we did the boots, so we can put that one away. Let's make the leggings. Okay, and this one's like, what, 5? Yeesh, 5 ingots. Well, that does make sense. It's 5 ingots. Okay, we'll put 5 ingots in here. Look how fast it's going with the pyrothium. All right, 5 ingots. All right, here's the leggings plate. And then we're going to put the vital protection on it. Because, you know, we gotta protect the family jewels. It's vital. Alright. Fire Dragonsteel leg plating. I'll put that in here. And then we're gonna put that in here. Alright, great. We have 9 armor and 5 armor toughness. And look at all the durability we have. That's pretty nice. Alright. There's that. I don't think we can do anything with the helmets. This is not Dragonsteel or anything. So we gotta make a new one. Okay, put that over here. And what's this? 3? Okay, that's 3. Okay, there we go. And then afterwards, we only have 12 ingots in order to repair our stuff if needed. And then with the helmet, we're going to put the Blitz Lumium on there. Now, if we don't want to put this on there, and we want to put the Van Yulin one, we could if we want to, but, you know, we'll be losing that night vision. And the blast resistance, right? This is, oh, lightning resistance. Okay, cool. All right, let me get this one. Okay, go in here. And this one's like, what, 7 armor? And this is like, what? To tell me? Look at that, it's a pitiful 1.25 armor. This will break first. Alright, so we're gonna put the Blitz Lumium in here. And there we go. Nice. Very nice. Alright, let's put it on. There we go. And what's our armor now? 36! That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. And you know what the first set of armor that I made is? Okay, put this one on. And let's see, where's that chest plate go? Oh, well, this one's like, it was 13 before, right? Okay. So it's like 25, so yeah. It's already a little bit better. Let's take this one off. Alright, cool. Alright, so now it's time to upgrade this thing, because it's not done. It's not done. So, going back to the chest plate, we have one upgrade, but unfortunately, we do not have another defense slot right there. But there are modifiers in order to give you slots. So, let me get rid of this thing over here. So there are a couple of interesting things. So you want to look at all the modifiers. You just mouse over like a piece of armor or something. And such as the leggings over here. And you press U on this, and then you go all the way up here to the modifiers tab. And then it'll give you what modifiers work for that particular armor. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then down here, it'll tell you what it takes up. This one takes up an upgrade slot. This one takes up no modifier slots. And let's see if we can find anything else that's different. There's like another one that you need to be aware of. What is this step thing? Recipe is incremental. You can apply part of the input for a partial effect. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, here's the other one. This one takes an ability slot. So right now, I can add an ability slot with something in here, and I forgot which one that is. Here we go, quantum technology modifier. And this one adds an ability slot. You could do this one if you want to. I'm going to figure this out. Hold on. QIO. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. You know how you get the elite control circuit? You gotta go to you gotta go into space in order to find this. Dash ingot. That's the space mod right there. Good luck getting that now. So yeah. Go back to you here. And go to modifier. Oh, we don't really need to look at this stuff. You can go through it if you want to. It's just like a lot of stuff in here, a lot of interesting stuff. So you want to mix and match your particular armor, make it customized. This is a lot of customization already. You can use over slime as like some kind of like a buffer before it starts taking durability, so that's a pretty good too. But if you run out of slime, well, you better keep an eye on your armor because it takes a bigger hit on your armor. All right, so that's how you add an ability slot, and that's the quantum stuff. This one I can do because I already have singularities. Because when the sync was working, I was like, oh, extra singularities. This might come in useful someday, and it did. It did. So how many singularities do I have right now? Left. I got to set that back up again. Just they nerfed the sync. Okay, I have 67 these singularities in here. So let me grab some of that. Now the toughest part about adding ability slot is having enough materials in order to make the 256k ME storage component. If we make one, look at that. We gotta keep making all these processors, and I have none of this set up automatically in order to do that. And even if I do, it's slow. We don't have the add-on mods for the 82 stuff, so you don't get all those fancy shortcut machines or anything like that that we have in all the mods 10. No, because that would be too OP. Too OP. So you gotta do things the long, grindy way. You gotta press more buttons in order to get you stuff. So yeah, that's every time you need to make the 256k thingamajiggy over here, storage component, yeah, put another stack inside the inscriber and make more processors. Not only that, you gotta make more silicon too, which is a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'll be doing that later. I can't do that now. It's just extremely time consuming. Or I just take it out of here. Can I extract the modifier out of here? Can I do that? I mean, these are items. These are items, right? The modifiers. Can I take these? No, I can't take it. It's not an item. Only not an item. Oh, okay, fine, fine. It must give you back the items or something, materials. All right, so yeah. Let me see if I can do that. Extractability. So this is the armor slot. The E-core crystals. We have that. Wet sponges. And you do that in the modifier work table? Okay, let me see if we can do that. Do I have any sponges? Oh, look at that. We have over 4,000, which is hilarious. I forget which mob drops that. All right, E-core crystals. We have 46,000. So a good thing about the update is that the amethyst golem outside can see the E-core crystals now. Because I have like what, over 40k of this stuff now. So cool. All right, let's go to the modifier table. And let's put that over here, and put that over here. Put the wet sponge over here. Protection 1. And what was this again? Those are the slots, right? Well, can I get the ability slot though? Can I just like remove the ability slot and just get those materials back? Let's see. That's ability 1. Okay, but do I get the materials back? I want the materials back. Oh, I don't think you get it back. Oh, that sucks. I don't want to try either unless like it's like yeah, I don't want to try that. I'll be losing the materials for the protection 1 thing. All right, never mind. Never mind. How about if I can get the materials back for the or adding the ability slot? Can I do that? Extract slotless. Select a modifier to extract onto a modifier crystal. Slots will be returned, but any item cost is lost. Uh-huh. Item cost is lost. Okay, so I don't want to risk that. It might not give me the materials back. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just make more of these storage components. It just take a lot of time. I have 1 upgrade slot. I don't know what to use for the last upgrade. You know what? Let me press U on this thing. And what is this? This is the ability slot. See, another ability slot right there. Oh yeah, you can give yourself wings because you can add the elytra, which we don't have. Let's see. This is defense slot. Oh yeah, this is a defense slot right there. Just that green armor thing right there. I'm looking for upgrade slots. Let's see. Bane, blood upgrade, cooldowns. Yeah, I'll see what I can add on there because I have like 1 slot on here. So okay, cool. So other modifiers that's like of some kind of interest to me. It's these particular things like right here. And the cobalt reinforcement. Here's the seared reinforcement. Obsidian one, iron reinforcement, and a gold reinforcement. So here's how you make that stuff. Get yourself some patterns, blank patterns, and put it on the table right there. And then let's make a couple of cobalt ones. Let's see, how much cobalt do I have? 1 block, 1 ingot. Okay, cool. Down there. And it's only 1 ingot. It's still cobalt. Alright, that's 5 of them. And why do I need 5 of them? Because you need 5 of them in order to put melee protection on your stuff. So, you will need a defense slot, but if you're out of defense slots and you try to put it out on there, it'll tell you, hey, you need at least 1 defense slot in order to do that. So, it's like, can't do it on here anymore, but I can do it on this helmet. That on there, and you get melee protection 1. So cool. That's gonna take a bunch of cobalt, and I have to do a scrying ritual in order to find more cobalt. That'll be the day. All right, so yeah, maybe we can find like a big vein of cobalt somewhere. Do they exist? They must, right? Why don't you just throw these back in there? Jeez. Yeah, throw these back in there. I'm not gonna use them anymore. All right, cool. And not only that, you can make the iron reinforcement with iron. This one's gold, this one's obsidian, and this just seared bricks of stone or something like that. So cool. You can also put like jeweled apples onto your particular armor in order to give you yourself extra health hearts. So I don't think that's really needed. I mean, how much health is that gonna give us really? Pursue on that thing, but you're just gonna waste all your slots on that. Strengthens the heart, granting more hearts, but it doesn't tell you how many though. Oh, it does. +2 max health. So yeah, if you want to waste a slot on that one, go right ahead. But there are like other ways you can get health, you know, if you're willing to cheese it a little bit. All right, cool. All right, so anyway, put this back in there. All right, let's go back in here. And what else can I do over here? Oh yeah, we were looking at the modifiers, weren't we? So yeah, if you combine like 5 of these, here's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5 inside the Tinker's Anvil, like all the way around here, it'll give you protection 1. So I put that on the old set right there. So what that does is increases protection to all damage types. You know, like fire protection, blast protection, but it's only like level 1, so it's like not a big deal. It's just like, you know, a bonus, kind of like a little bit extra on the side and stuff. Yeah, so that's that modifier right there. But if you use 5 of these, that'll give you melee protection. That's what we're really interested in, because I did try out the old set, like in the Nether. It barely took that much health off, but facing the Void Blossom, oh boy, that felt like the same. But it did last like a little bit longer, you know, just a tiny bit longer before I like get my face ripped off. Here's the Novice modifier, and I want to put that on all the pieces right here. Because what this one does, it provides additional mana and bonus mana regen, and this was for Oz Nouveau. So if I'm going to use the book and spam Leap everywhere, because this, obviously, Tinkers doesn't have any flight capabilities, except the Elytra. It does not have any creative flight, as far as I know anyway, so we'll be using the Oz Nouveau Leap everywhere while we're wearing the armor. So why not put the mana and the mana regen on the piece? Now, there is like a bonus with this thing. And if you put like Novice, I had Mage on something. Yeah, I had Mage on the helmet over here. And I've noticed that after the boss fight, it started repairing itself slowly. So that's what that one does. It repairs it slowly over time. But of course, it's not like very fast or anything like that. Imagine how much slower it is for Novice. So I mean, it's better than not getting repaired, right? It is Dragonsteel armor after all. You probably had to like, you know, just stand there or maybe do something else while having it on, and then maybe after an hour or two it'll get fully repaired. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see about that. We'll see about that. But I do want to put like Novice modifier on each and every single one of those. And what is this? Mage Bloom? Okay, let's do that right now. Okay, Mage Bloom. Let's put that out here. And this one is an upgrade slot, right? So I can like put that on the chest plate. Hopefully I can put that on the chest plate. Okay, there we go. And that is novice right there. So yeah, pretty cool. And it already has a durability because it stopped like what? At 980, but we did like change it up a little bit, I think. So yeah, it's that now at 1593 out of 1996. So we'll see how fast it can charge this up. There we go. Let's see if it does anything. Okay, it's 93, 94. Okay, it's about 10 seconds to get like 1 point of durability. I mean, it's not that bad, right? Let me bust out the calculator here. What is this? 1996? Okay, hold on. Wow, okay. If my math is correct, it's probably not. It's like what? About 6 hours in order to repair this thing? Oh boy. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Assuming that's like at 0, that is. So I'm guessing that, you can use that ability, just top it off and stuff. And that's it. And then you can just use the fire steel in order to repair it. It's like all the way down there. Like it's better than nothing, right? So yeah, there's that. All right, so we got novice on it. That's pretty nice. Also has the mana regen and mana extra mana and stuff. That's a plus right there. All right, so there's the novice modifier. What about all the other modifiers I bookmarked? Which one is this one? What is this? That one? Oh yeah, that one. That one gives you either an extra defense slot or an upgrade slot. And it depends on the type of tool or armor, I'm guessing. Because if it's an armor piece, it'll probably like give you like a defense slot. All right, I mean I'll take it, you know. But it has that little anvil at the top, so I'm not sure which slot that is. But I could try to work my way through this. I do have obsidian. It's enriched obsidian. We do have the crusher, refined obsidian dust. Okay, let's see. Osmium compressor. This is osmium. We do have access to osmium now, so that's good. Let's see. Refined dust, metallurgic diamonds. We have diamonds, so that's good. We have obsidian. I may have to make a tool just to mine obsidian a little bit faster. So cool. All right, so there's that. We can probably work our way through that modifier, no problem. But not right now, because it'll take a bunch of time in order to do it. And let's see. You got check just to make sure. You can put it on your armor there. Atomic alloys right there, so cool. Let's see what other stuff. Protection modifier. Yeah, here's the 5 stuff that you need to put on for protection 1, and you need to have an ability slot. So that means you need to go back to the quantum technology thing, which gives you an ability slot right there. So yeah, have fun with that. Have fun with that. Patterns, magic protection. So I mean, this pack has magic stuff in it, so I would imagine that eventually you'll run into a mob that like hurls some magic stuff in your face. So maybe you should add a bit of magic protection. Why not? Or just go like full on melee. I don't know. Just like it's up to you. It's all custom. So this thing kind of confuses me. This is harmonious modifier. So you click that, you use a disc, and it gives you an additional upgrade slot. And it says allows an additional upgrade to live in harmony with the rest. What does that even mean? I don't know. Does it play music at some point? Does it do that? I haven't heard anything, so I don't know. So I'm assuming it just gives you an upgrade slot, and that's it. Weird. Alright, resurrected modifier. This is a N crystal, and this also gives you an upgrade slot. So how do you make an N crystal? Like this. You can use your iron enders. It's useless right now, so cool. Gas tiers. Well, we can go to the Nether. Capture a gas, put it in the containment jar, or just find one in the arcane library. Magnetic dynamos, unbreakable modifier. I really want to make this, but we can't. It takes a dragon breath. Unbreakable requires netherite and reinforce 5 to apply. Is that a modifier? Oh boy, yeah, it takes extra stuff, doesn't it? And it takes an ability slot. I'm guessing we have shulker shells, right? Do we have shulker shells? I think it's asking for too much. We have 17 and that's it. That's all we have. All right, well, let's see, other modifiers. This is unbreakable. Enchanter Shield, here we go. This is for Ars Nouveau. And upon blocking damage, the user will gain a short duration of mana regen, spell damage. Additionally, this item will repair over time using the wearer's mana. So just like the novice thing, it uses mana in order to repair this thing. It's the enchanter's thing. But I think you gotta do something for that to happen. Like, upon blocking damage, so you got block in order for that to do that. Additionally, this item will repair over. Oh, okay. All right, guess not. All right, what is stuff? I think that's it. I mean, you can take a look at the full list of modifiers, see what works out for you. I already told you what will work out for me right now. Is this like the final armor that I'm gonna wear? Probably not. It's not even done. I can't even do it right now. So yeah, if I can pull the stuff off the old armor, then that would be great. But right now, probably not. I'm gonna do what I can right now. So I'm gonna get diamond out here, and then emerald. And this is like old tinkers, you know. If you let's say put like a piece of armor like right there, and then you put the diamond over there, it ups your durability. Look at that. And then I remember the emerald doing like some kind of percent chance or something like that. But this one upgrades the armor toughness. So cool. There's that. And not only that, it upgrades the durability as well. So this one upgrades durability. And if you mouse over that, it says increase durability and stats. Not much stats, but it's better than nothing. It's something, you know. So either you go for armor toughness or you go for like the armor and stuff. So since I'll be putting melee protection on it, I'll probably like use the emerald instead for the armor toughness, so it breaks less. We already have the melee protection, so armor is kind of okay. This will make up for the armor. So there's the diamond and the emerald stuff right there. Other things you can put on there. You can even put a golden apple, which trades an ability slot for I forget which one, but it's something. It's a trade, so yeah. There we go. All right, so we got this one. Let me just isolate these things out. Well, let me mouse over this, see what I'm missing here. Oh yeah, the soulbound stuff. We gotta have the soulbound. Let me get the echo shards out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like a must. I mean, well, you could turn on like keep inventory. You know, you might as well do that because like most of the stuff that I have right now that I'm carrying has soulbound on it anyway. You know, and if you put like the echo shards in there, it gives you soulbound. So cool. And how many upgrade slots? It's already taken an upgrade slot, so I think it's worth it. Okay, this one already has soulbound. Let's see, the boots, that's the old one. That's my nomadic stuff. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna put soulbound on this one. Soulbound on this one. Alright, there we go. And then we don't need it for chest plate, so let me put that away. This will be sometime in the future until I can make all the stored components. Alright, so there we have it. There we have it. And we're not even done with the tinker stuff because I haven't even taken a look at like the pickaxes or any sort of like shovels or anything like that. So yeah, taking a look at that sometime in the future. So cool. All right, so there's the tinker stuff so far. Once I'm done, I'm hoping that'll be a little bit better. Will it be uber powerful against bosses? Probably not. Probably not. But I'm hoping that it ups the survivability a little. So cool. Okay, it has been another day, and I finally finished the armor over here. So I got my helmet over here, got my chest plate, got my boots, and my leggings. So let's take a look at why I put on these things. So all the underlying plating is going to be fire Dragonsteel, as you can see over here. So let's put it in the Tinker's Anvil, and you can see all the stats over here. Here's the durability for that. Here's the armor toughness. Here's what it does, you know, the use item speed, etc., etc. And most importantly, here are the modifiers. I put on the melee protection stuff. So that is the, if I can find it over here, that's the Cobalt Reinforcement there. So I got it up to level 4, so that's pretty nice. So that's 32% melee resistance. I got some Soulbound on there, Echo Shards. Atom Grade Tech that adds a, I believe it's a defense slot, or was it an upgrade slot? I think it's a defense slot. Emerald, just to up the durability and the armor toughness. Engineer's goggles, because it's free and doing all the crate stuff. So why not? Why not put it on the helmet? Got the Jack of all trades protection, and that takes up an ability slot right there. And it offers a little bit of all the protection to all the damage types. Novice, that's mana regen and mana boost, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, you know. So if you mouse over it, there's a mana boost 1 and mana regen 1 at the bottom. So yeah, World Bound, it's a crude version of Netherite. It's free, so you know, it's granting immunity to external damage like fire, but no additional stats. So it's free, so why not put it on there? Reinforce 1 and only 1 because it takes additional slots, and it lasts longer. So that's a 25% reinforced. And if you get it up to level 5, you can put Netherite on it or something like that. No, it wasn't Netherite, was it? It was Unbreaking, right? Let's see, where was it? Reinforced modifier, Worldbound, Crystalline, Netherite modifier. It's one of these. I think it's the Unbreaking. Okay, there it is. There's the Unbreakable modifier. So we need Reinforce 5 and Netherite in order to make the whole thing unbreakable, which sounds pretty nice, but it takes a little bit too much right now. So we're just going to leave it at Reinforce 1 for now. Ductile, this one. Not sure which one this gives you. It gives you something. I know it's not something that I put in an upgrade or anything. It's probably a material, right? Let's see, material that is. I think that's the Blitz Lumium. Okay, fine. Dragonsteel, that's the Dragon Fire thing. Oh, hold on. Is that the Dragon Fire thing then? Okay, probably. All right, so we have glowing. Because night vision, that's pretty nice. And Blitz Defense, that's part of the Lumium. Quantum Technology, that adds an ability slot right there. Harmonious, that adds an upgrade slot. Resurrected, another upgrade slot. So that's all the slots that I managed to put on here that I can do right now. And again, we haven't been to the end yet, so I can't do all the other stuff yet. So yeah, there's the helmet. Here's the chest plate. See all the stats up here. Durability, etc., etc. And we got the Adam Grade Tech. Here the it's similar modifiers across all of these pieces of armor. So I'll just sound off the differences here. Let's see, protection 1, okay, soulbound, diamond, emeralds, novice. So yeah, not a lot of differences between the other ones. There's the recurrent protection that I put on here. So what's the other material? Epidazon, male. So that's what gives the recurrent protection right there. So that's taking damage temporarily, boosts your protection. So that's the difference between all of these. Let's see, resurrected. Okay, cool. So that's the chest plate right there. Here's the leggings. Here are the stats up here. And down here, let's see what's different about these. What's the material for this? Okay, that's the pewter one. So that's the one that offers vital protection. Armor protects more when the wearer's health is low. Yeah, that's the thing with the leggings right there. Okay, the boots. Stats up here. And then down here, now what material is this one? Basalt Signalum Male, okay? And that one should be Visual Interrupt. And yeah, I did test this out for a little bit, and yeah, the enemies don't tend to see you that much. So it's not to say that it's true invisibility or anything like that, but once they see you, that's it. You know, they're gonna come after you. So there. All right, so there's the boots right there. Now, spend a little bit more extra time just to make some additional tools here, such as the pickaxes right here. I have both pickaxes. One is for mining the ores normally and stuff, and the other one's for silk touch stuff. Here's my mattock right there. Here's my hammer right there, and here's my excavator right there. Is that all I've made? I think that's all I've made. Right? Oh, let me get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. Yep. All right. So for the pickaxe, that right up here. Here's the stats for this, and it's made out of these particular materials. Now I picked Blaze Netherite because it's it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's Netherite mining tier, and I believe it's tier 4. Is it? Let me see. That is Blaze Netherite. Where's that? Okay, here it is. Put that over here. Yeah, that's a tier 4. The durability's up there, which I like. It's over 1,000. The mining speed isn't bad, and that's for the head right there. So you put it for the head right there. That means you can use Blaze Netherite in order to repair it. And that's pretty easy for me. That's Blaze Netherite. Just pour Blazing Blood on top of netherite, and done deal. You get blaze netherite right there, and then you repair your stuff that way. And hepatazon, how do you make that again? That one is quartz, cobalt, and copper. The cobalt is the limiting factor here because gotta go find that stuff in the nether in order to get more cobalt. So I'd rather not use this particular material in order to repair it. So I'd rather put that on the side, such as the handle right there, which isn't bad stats. It gives you like a little bit of binding speed. And then for the binding, I'll put rose gold on there for the extra slot, and there we go. So cool. Then I did the usual upgrade slots, adding all those that I can, and then adding the was there ability slots on this? I think just one or two or something like that. So cool. So there's all the stats right there. Luckiest, that's like lapis, and whatever materials that you see in JDI that they require. So I got it up to luckiest. Hastiest, that's just redstone. It can go like a little bit higher than that too. So I don't need it that fast. Then there's diamond, emeralds, experience. That is that's from a modifier. That's not part of the it's not part of the material. So you can put it as material just to give you that trait, but I didn't do that. So vein mining, I put vein mining modifier on there. Soulbound, of course. It's just going to be a main pick, and so is this one, if I so choose. So that's just going to remain my hotbar forever. So let's see what else. We have magnetic, flame adaptive, netherite. That's a trait from the blaze netherite pickaxe. And there's a plus side for that, for being flame adaptive. So you stand in lava, it'll just slowly repair itself while you're holding it. So that's a plus right there, if you really need to repair it that way. Let's see, Pierce, I don't know where that's from some kind of material. Then you got Momentum, that is from Hepatazon, I believe. And Enhanced, that's from Rose Gold right there. Pierce, that's like kind of yellow thing, I don't know where that was from. So yeah, there's that. That's my regular pick with, it's supposed to be a fortune pick, mining ores and stuff. But usually it's using this thing in order to do that, so whatever. Alright, so for the Silk Touch pick, the only difference is I didn't put the luckiest stuff on there, and I put Silk Touch on it. So that's the only difference, really. So yeah. Okay, so for the Mattock and for all the other tools right here, I use similar materials. So it's like Blaze Netherite, Aptazon, etc., because it has high stats, and I like that. And here's the hammer. I use Osclo Glass for the first time, because those stats are up there too, and the mining speed ain't bad. So take a look at the hammer right there. This is for like mining tunnels, and it has high durability because it has to be, because I'm mining all of these blocks like a 3x3 block in order to get somewhere. And if it breaks halfway, then oh boy, So it has like over 19,000 durability right there, so which is not bad. Mining speed's like up to 20 now. Has momentum, that's pretty nice. Hastiest Tis, highest mining speed that I can put on it. It can go higher if you use different materials, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Here are the modifiers for that if you want to take a look there. And well, what the heck? Gilded right there. Trades the oh yeah, I traded ability slot for two. Or was it four? I think it was four. Four upgrade slots. So I get it up to speed. Make it a little bit faster right there. So cool. So there's the hammer. The excavator, it's just a glorified shovel. It's just like it's these materials right here. So cool. Mine tons of sand at the beach or the desert, and you're done. Look at that, over 19,000 durability. So it'll last for a little bit. All right, so let's put this away. There we go. This is vein mine. Okay, there we go. And yeah, so next time we're going to find some bosses, and at least one boss, and we're going to try out the Tinker's armor, see how it goes. And see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't like break on the first try. So, ooh, I can imbue this one. Yeah, interesting. Why these things don't have it? Ah, chest plate. Yes, let's see, this one, this. Okay, well, never mind. All right, so this has been another episode of MC Eternal 2. I've been Phone Block, and I'll see you next time.